Ahoy Captains, it's Baz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have a Let's Play for you. We are in the Lüshun. This is the Tier 8 Pan-Asian Premium Destroyer. And looky here, we are in a game of domination on the new map, Mountain Range. So in this match, we'll talk a little bit about this new map. I'll give you my thoughts on it. And we'll also talk about this premium Tier 8 ship. Once all that's out of the way, boy, do we have a doozy of a finish in this one. So you're going to want to stick around to the end. You don't want to miss it. So in this one, we do have the middle spawn, although it's kind of strange, the spawns, the way that the middle islands are laid out. Really, it's 6 on one side and 3 on the other. We do have carriers in this match, so actually there's only 2 on the western side for our team. Since we have a destroyer already in sea cap, or I guess the eastern part of the map, we're going to go and play and help out our team over on the western flank over by Alpha Cap. And that DD over there is actually a Haida, HMCS Haida. Don't see too many Haidas in the game, because Wargaming decided to release the ship without a dedicated destroyer commander. So it's like playing with one hand tied behind your back. Why they do stupid things like this, I have no idea. Wargaming, can you please release a damn destroyer commander for Haida already? Anyways. Now, the reason I started this match is because I needed a flood or two for whatever mission it was. I can't remember what it was, but I needed floods for a mission. And so I took the Lüshun out because sometimes those deep water torps have a high flood chance. Now, we had thought about going into that Bravo cap. We saw that there was an enemy, probably a destroyer in that cap. So if we were to engage him, if you looked at the enemy team position, they had not 1, but 2 battleships, and they also had a radar cruiser there. I believe the Kronstadt has radar, right? I don't have that ship, so maybe I'm wrong. But regardless, there would be a clear line of fire on us. And if you looked at our ships, our friendly ships, our spawn mates were blocked behind that giant island right inside the Bravo Cap. And the 2 ships, the 2 cruisers over in the west, they didn't have shots. So we had no backup, basically. And we decided, no, let's just stick to our plan and go and capture the Alpha Cap. Played a little bit safe at the beginning here. Not only that, but, I mean, as soon as we get spotted, that might attract the attention of the carrier. Things are getting a little bit strange here. They're Kronstadt and Repub are just pushing straight up the middle, and one of our friendly battleships is kind of pushing straight up the middle. And then our 2 cruiser buddies here are kind of way out of position. They're getting some shots off, but not many. Anyways, we needed to get our torps off for that mission, so away they go. We let loose our first set of torps. Actually, we did get a torp hit earlier, and the flood, and I think that got rid of that mission for us, so we're free and clear to engage and do destroyer stuff now. It's been a very passive match so far, but yeah. First impressions of this new map, Mountain Range. Lots of islands. Oh boy, there are a lot of islands. A lot of them are really tall too, so it discourages HE spamming. I think that's a big focus on a lot of the new maps these days. There we go, 2 more torp hits on the Repub. And here we have the Belfast 43 on the enemy team, and he's clearly AFK. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop a squat here. And instead of popping a smoke and potentially losing sight of him, what we're going to do is we're going to back up a little bit and use this island. And that's going to block any incoming fire from the left there, from the Repub and whatever else is going to be shooting that direction, or from that direction. We did get some incoming fire from them, but it was, not nothing big. Yeah, now some of our cruiser buddies are going to chip in on this Belfast and kind of yoink the kill from us, but that's okay. We just want to get him off the board. Radar cruiser, obviously, enemy number 1 for a destroyer. So let's get rid of him quick before he wipes his butt and returns from his bathroom break. No, the very first thing I thought when I saw this map, and this is our very first match on this map. I think I've only played it once, more since then. But the very first thing that came to mind was the color palette. Actually, the uh, the colors kind of pop in this map. Now that's a weird thing to say, and that's sort of a thing I don't normally give a damn about. But yeah, it's just something I noticed. Yeah, overall, I kind of like it. This map, I like the layout. I like how there's quite a few islands, and so it makes you got to think of your movement and your strategy and whatnot. So yeah, I think this one gets the old thumbs up. But you know what doesn't get the thumbs up right now is how things are going in this match. The enemy has cap control there. They got two caps. We only got one, and we're gonna start losing ships momentarily here. I need the two cruisers that are behind me that have done nothing the entire match to get over to the Bravo Cap and start helping out the rest of our team. I thought briefly about heading over there, but then I also thought, you know what, my twisting track is pointing to the south. You know, when I look at the mini map, I see a silhouette of the carrier. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, if my twisting track is pointing towards where the carrier used to be, maybe he parked himself behind that central island. You know what? If we could eliminate that carrier this early in the match, it actually might go a long way to helping us get the victory. Unfortunately, our cruiser teammates are going to lemming train behind us, which does absolutely nothing to help our team in this match. Seriously, you only need a destroyer to take out a carrier. Come on, guys. Use your brains. And you know, if I had gone into the cap, Bravo cap, and left the carrier alone, he would have probably come after us and reset us anyway. So that's why I'm headed towards him. We saw his plane up in the air first, the one that circles the carrier, like the defense plane. What do you call it now? I don't even know what it's called now. They call it something different. And then shortly thereafter, we saw him. He was right where we thought he would be. Now we're just gonna get into torping position, and there's basically nothing that he can do. I was really surprised that he didn't even try to move his carrier. He just waved the white flag. He knew he was dead. But just like with the AFK B43, our Baltimore is just obsessed with yoinking this kill from us. When instead he should have been doing something useful and trying to track down one of the enemy destroyers. But no matter how hard this dingus is going to try and throw this match, once we kill this carrier, we'll be pretty close in points, and we do still have one cap. So it's going to be a close match at the end. Stay tuned. We still got a chance. Boy, those enterprises and old tier 7 carriers in general, boy, do they come with heavy armor. You can see that our guns were doing very little damage on him. Man, I'm even running out of commands here to try to get this damn Baltimore to help me. He's way out of position. Well, now that we've dealt with that carrier, we're gonna head towards the two other caps, and we're gonna go and collect those caps. But before we get there, it's gonna take a minute. So let's talk about our commander and get him up on the screen. We're using the Tortbolt commander. This is Ding Shichang, and he's inspired by Bay and Sims. I do find that these Pan-Asian destroyers, pretty much all of them, are lacking in the hit point department, so that's why I use Sims over anybody else. And if you own the Lüshun, you know, and if you've actually run into Lüshuns, you know that its DPM is off the charts. It's pretty damn good, even though it just has the two turrets and the four guns. That DPM is wicked. So specking in them anymore will get you limited results. So that's why I spec into the torpedoes. That way you turn the Lüshun into a little bit of a dual threat, rather than just a straight up gunboat. And of course, how could you talk about the Lüshun without mentioning the consumables? Now, it does have four smokes, and ironically, we don't use a single one this match. I don't know what that says about how I played in this match, but sometimes you just take what the enemy gives you. They kind of abandoned the side of the map that we went to at the beginning there, so we're rolling with the punches. But yeah, four smokes. Usually that's only two for most nations, or zero, depending on which nation you're playing. It's also got a couple of heals there. But the creme de la creme, the reason why this is most likely considered to be the best destroyer at tier 8 and possibly one of the best DDs in the game is that sonar. Now, this amazing sonar can detect torpedoes at 3.8 kilometers, but it can detect ships at 5.4 kilometers. Now, if you look in the top left corner there, the little blue eye, you can see that my detectability rating is at a whopping 5.1 kilometers. Now, that means we can stealth sonar, which, in my opinion, is something that is overpowered. OP, capital O, capital P, OP. It's my opinion that a ship that's able to stealth sonar should be countered by, just closing the gap. You get sonared, you don't see the ship, you say, oh, okay, I'm just going to go closer, and then I'm going to pick him up, and then we'll be even again. But, he got the jump on me, that sort of thing. But nope, what the Lüshun can do and what some of these other ships can do is they can just hit the brakes and then pop a smoke and disappear, and you can't see them, and they can see you, and all their teammates can see you. There's no delay. And you're like a bug caught in a spider's web. You're dead. You can try and rush them, you can try and get torps off, but most likely you're gonna die before those things happen. And if you do get your torps off, his sonar's just gonna detect them anyways. You can get out of the way. So yeah, that's why this ship is considered to be one of the best of the tier, probably the best of the tier, like I said. And, I'd be pretty surprised if it makes a return to the game anytime soon. So now back to the match. We've gotten the central cap. We did get some help from our friendly bag ration that was lemon training with us. But our dumb Baltimore somehow died even though he was full health. That Masashi is taking names right now. He's also gotten our carrier off the board. So now things are really happening here. We're going to try and make our way over to the Charlie Cap. It looks like our two radar cruisers are working in conjunction there. Our AL Chapayev, he ends up being the MVP of this match. He takes care of business there. With both enemy destroyers off the board now, things are going to be a little bit easier for us to try and mount this comeback. We just need our teammates to stay alive. And unfortunately, it's asking a bit too much. We're going to need to go and get this Charlie Cap, and then we're probably going to have to kill at least one of these ships. Obviously, if we kill both of them, we win. But we're going to probably need to kill one to get the win here. One thing we haven't talked about yet is the Lüshun's torpedoes. Obviously, they're a bit different, being that they're Pan-Asian. They're deep water torps, which means, of course, they can't hit destroyers, but that means they're more stealthy. They have a little bit higher flood chance, and they also have a higher chance of getting incapacitations. Launch some torps on that Masashi, hoping for a women to pray. I thought they might run out. I was hoping to distract them by popping a smoke and firing my guns, but unfortunately we need to get this cap, so we're out of range. But we do get one hit on him. It didn't do too much damage. These things don't do too much damage per torp. No flood and no incapacitation, which is what I was hoping for. Alright, we finally got this cap, and now we have all three. Right, now, our bag ration has gone down, and there's only a minute left. And even though we have cap control, unfortunately, we're just not going to do it. We're not going to make it in time. The points aren't going to overtake the enemy's points. But we've been following our twist and track this entire time. Very valuable skill. We've been using it to keep tabs on the enemy Charles Martel. Originally, we thought that he might come around the right side of the island, the eastern part. But then our twist and track flicks back. And I'm thinking, okay, he's doubling back actually, and he's going towards our other teammate, the AL Chappie, because he doesn't know where we are exactly. So we literally launched blind torps into that alley there between those two islands. And just crossed our fingers. Trying to get some shots on him, trying to distract him, but he's got into the central cap. And that means they're going to win on points. But no! 1 second left on the clock. We hit him with a torp. Bingo, bango, bongo. That clutches the victory for our team. You guys didn't think I'd show you lost, did you? Not that I'd have any problem with showing you last second losses. I have enough good games saved up that I can just show you the good ones at this point. But yeah, here we are in the results screen. Over 128,000 in damage, 2 big sinkings, and a whole bunch of ribbons, including 2 solo caps and 1 assisted cap too. So we did what we could. But yeah, the AL Chappie was really helpful in this match. I feel like he was the unsung hero. On the results screen, you can see that not only the enemy team had an AFK Belfast 43, but we had also had an AFK main, so it was even. Lots of AFK players these days, if you don't mind me saying. But I digress. Well guys, I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos. Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, take care of yourselves and do what makes you happy.